going on, Jerome's? So all offseason, Minnesota Vikings talking about adding to the defensive line because you saw what the Philadelphia Eagles did in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. And we need to get back to having the meats, but also, what about having the heats? Whew. I like it a lot. So on top of signing Jonathan Allen, reportedly the Vikings, Javon Hargrave, welcome on in. Pelissero, the Vikings aren't done. They're also closing in on a deal with two-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Javon Hargrave and plan to sign him after his release from the 49ers is official Wednesday, sources say. So Jonathan Allen heads to Minnesota, and now another huge D-line move in the works. And Hargrave is just a dude who can get buckets. Loved his game throughout the years with the Steelers, the Eagles, and the 49ers. Since 2021, PFF Vikings, a 92.4 PFF pass rush grade, fourth amongst all defensive interiors, which is good. You know who's fifth? Jonathan Allen. So the Vikings, Kwesi knew what the Vikings needed, and he went out and got it. Yeah. Plus, also, I love this one. I know that people were pissing and moaning because the Vikings didn't shell out huge money for Milton Williams, who went to the Patriots on a massive, massive contract. But a couple days ago, we predicted Vikings could probably get Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave for the cost of Milton Williams. Now, full details on Hargrave aren't out yet, but it's probably going to be close. All right. So it's nice to know when you're right. Sorry. It's tough to see through all this foresight, especially when I squint all the time. But the new defensive lineman for the Vikings, the new defensive interior pass rush, I know that people have said, like, this is Williams' wall. It's not really, because, well, first off, both of these guys ain't great against the run. But also, you do have to take 3-tech's run defense grades with a grain of salt, because a lot of times schematically, like, their job is just to blow up a gap. All right? And sometimes that doesn't really necessitate itself to stopping the run consistently. Frankly, I think run defense grades, more nose tackles and off-ball linebackers, more concerned about that. Plus, it really is more about facilitating an entire run defense for the whole defense, but it's whatever. But in terms of getting the quarterback, getting buckets, all that stuff, it's important. So Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, a.k.a. the Bash Brothers, woo, good times, man. So over the last 4 seasons, now it's noteworthy that both of them missed a significant chunk of 2024 due to muscle injuries, but back and good to go. Also, this is prime Kwesi stuff. So veterans, medicals, cut contracts so they don't count against comp picks, but they can still get after things. So last 4 seasons, but really last 3.5 seasons, they've been consistent with pressure. 25 sacks for Allen, 26.5 for Hargrave. Double-digit pressure rate for defensive interiors is huge. Also, Hargrave at 12.5%. Wow. Tackles for loss. Jonathan Allen is smacking the bejesus out of quarterbacks, and also both of them have made 2 Pro Bowls, so it's absolutely good to see. And with Hargrave, he is 32 years young, so a little bit older, yes. 6'2", 305, was a 2016 third-round pick by the Steelers. He led the FCS at South Carolina State in sacks, which is kind of amazing for a defensive tackle. Made his name in Philly, 2022, had 11 sacks, got that massive 3-year, $75 million deal with the 49ers in 2023. Also, I know that Jonathan Allen is getting pooped for his contract, but he's not even in the top 15 paid defensive tackle. And also, 2 years ago, Hargrave was getting $25 million a year, so yeah. But put up decent numbers with the 49ers in 2023, 7 sacks. But unfortunately, 2024, torn triceps, week 3, and was out. Now, what does Hargrave bring? So he's got that hustle, quickness, and a high motor, low center of gravity, just a B-gap bomber, requires doubles, and it's just super, super slippery. And I think part of it is low man wins in the trenches, and since he's such a low-cut player, like he's got that quick first step as well, it's really tough for offensive linemen, especially long-limbed guards, to be able to keep up with Hargrave. 3 straight 60-plus pressure seasons. The last 3 years he was healthy, 2021 through 2023. In 2024, yeah, he tore his triceps, yes, but in the game that he did it, week 3 against the Rams, 5 pressures and a sack. It's nice to finally have a freaking defensive player who can get after the Rams quarterback. It must be nice. Stafford, we after that ass, because I'm still so frustrated by the first Rams game where that makeshift offensive line, the Vikings got 3 pressures all night and 0 sacks. It's rough. Also is a bit of a contrasting pass rusher to Allen, where Jonathan Allen's based on strength and brute force, and Hargrave he's got that speed and quickness. So what's great about this too is that So Jonathan Allen's contract definitely shows that he's going to be a full-time player, and Allen does have a lot of experience at 5-tech. And Hargrave, I think Hargrave could be that situational 3-tech pass rusher like we assumed Jonathan Allen was going to be. But Hargrave, given his age, given his, they're both not great against the run, but Hargrave is a little bit worse. But basically, if you have a base front of Jonathan Allen, Harrison Phillips, maybe Jalen Redmond, etc., bringing Hargrave in on third downs to keep him fresh or late in games later in the season can certainly get after things. Now, the Vikings front right now, I think looks pretty damn solid. You're penciling in your starters: Jonathan Allen, Hargrave, Phillips, Redmond. On the edge, you got Grenard, Van Ginkel, and Diamond Dallas Turner. But the Vikings should still look to partake in this very deep defensive line class. Although it's clear that they love Jalen Redmond, they love LDR as well as Taki Tami on the nose. So basically, Kwesi checked a lot of boxes here, and the Vikings are going to be really damn good along the defensive line. And again, it really is a copycat league. You saw what the Eagles could do. Hargrave, ironically, a former Eagle, and also paired up with Jonathan Allen. Vikings bringing that heat. I really love it, man. Really fantastic offseason thus far. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings not only signing Jonathan Allen, but officially tomorrow we'll be signing Javon Hargrave. It's going to be great, man. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.